Alright, so let's bring up our next guest. And his name is something that I'm sure, actually, yeah, very sure that many of you are now familiar with. Let's give it up for Soap!
Yeah. That's the thing you notice of it? My hair is cut, that's the only...
Smell that!
I like this sign back here, just in case you forget where you are. Yeah, so I flew in from New York for this, and boy, are my arms tired. From all the masturbating I was doing on the plane. Yeah, it's really hard to jack off in public because everybody cares. Like the woman next to me, she was going out of her mind. She couldn't believe it. She was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, you sick fuck guy?" I was like, "Listen, lady, you need to calm down if you're gonna be holding your baby like that." It's just rude. All right, that was my one pervert joke of the year. I think I made my quota. Can we move on? Yeah, I was reading an article the other day. It's a true story. I can read. And the article was about in the UK, voters forced Parliament to admit that they didn't have a plan in the event of a zombie attack. You're like, really? That's ridiculous. How do you not have a plan for a zombie attack? The first thing on the list. That's why I voted for Obama, because I knew he had a plan. Did you guys catch the virtual idol? Did you guys see her last night? A virtual idol is the guest of honor. The musical guest of honor is a virtual idol? Really?
Yeah.
Has music in Japan gotten so bad that they're just making shit up now? I mean, here at AX we have the virtual idol. At Fanime we had Yoshiki from X Japan. When did it become a trend for anime cons to start bringing over fake celebrities? A couple months ago, I almost went to India with a friend of mine. She was like, "Come on, man, it'll be great." I was like, "I don't want to go." She's like, "No, seriously, we could visit the Ganges River." I was like, "Ganges? It sounds like it's something you go to a sex clinic to get treatment for." For those of you that don't know, the Ganges River is a river. Millions upon millions of Indian people go to every year to spread the ashes of the deceased loved ones. And they bathe in this water. I know, I was like, "Oh, really?" You're like, "Wait a minute, you mean Indians bathe?" Then why do they smell like that? It's a joke, relax, we all know they don't bathe. I did that joke a couple months ago, and this woman came up to me after my set, and she was like, "How could you say that? What gives you the right to say that? Are you Indian?" I was like, "First of all, how does being a part of the ethnic group give me the right to insult it? And secondly, no, I'm not Indian. What gives me the right to insult it is I'm a horrible person." This is a really smart crowd. I knew this would be a smart crowd coming in here, because right now the stupid people are in the masquerade. You guys got that joke. I get a lot of ethnic confusion when people look at me, they don't know what nationality I am. That's because between both my parents, I'm 12 different ethnicities. So I'm essentially what would happen if Italia became real, it was condensed into one person. But I'm not as annoying, and most of my fans aren't idiots. So. I was watching Dragon Ball the other day, and don't judge me. But it was an episode with Mr. Popo. Now, if you don't know who Mr. Popo is, he's this jet black, shiny black skin eggplant man. He's like a sentient eggplant. Yeah, black skin, purple lips, he wears a turban like an eggplant. And in the episode, instead of being a big black eggplant man, he was a big blue piece of shit. I mean, he was stupid. It turns out the FCC actually convinced convinced people to change him from black to blue so not to offend the African American viewing audience. I was like, really? That's your plan, not to piss off black people? Take out the only black character in the entire franchise? I think his name is a lot more offensive. Popo? I mean, Popo is slang for police, and here in LA, police is slang for racist, so it's not The FCC is ruining anime at this point. You know, it's because of the FCC. We didn't get Ron Mahaf in syndication, but we did get Inuyasha. And replacing Ron Mahaf with Inuyasha is like replacing a blowjob with dog shit. So I was watching Gurren Lagann the other day, and the Weezer accent changed it. See, people who listen heard the joke. No, but I changed it, and I changed it to MSNBC, and they had this special on a sexual sadist, this rapist, whose calling card was offering people fish. She's like, hey, do you eat fish? And I was like, is it that easy, really? All you have to do is look like a creep and offer them something that smells really bad, suddenly they're in your bed? And then I realized, wow, that must be how man-face still getting laid. It's ridiculous, but the stupidest thing at this event was that their defense was that he didn't look like a sexual sadist, which I thought was completely not true. I mean, he had a mustache, he was old, and he was white. Doesn't eat fish, that's stupid. People say some stupid shit. I was talking to this girl the other day, and she was like, man, I wish anime characters were real because they're so attractive. I was like, really? You think that's hot? You think having eyes that are half the size of your head and a mouth that never quite moves, that are words that are coming out of it, you think that's attractive? It's not attractive, it's horrifying. What if you see that in real life? Like you're in a club, you see this lady from behind, she looks great. She has long, beautiful purple hair or something. Like, hey, what's your name? She turns around. What happened to your face? Really? Shit. You eat fish? That's my time, guys. Thank you so much.
Keep it going for self, everybody.
I love that you brought up Maffei, man. That's a long time since I heard that. He was actually doing cosplay in the Middle East. I don't know if you did that. He just picked a really bad day recently to dress up like Osama bin Laden. So, we'll see what happens.
He used to be a judge here.
He was. Yeah, our first few years was Maffei. That, yeah. I'm sorry for you guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry too.
All right, Chris, what do you think of Soap's performance?
I love you, man.
Okay, David, what up?
You've always been one of my favorite comics because you're every year you're the dark horse, and literally you are the dark horse because I'm dressing all black. Hey, no, but always you have a completely unique style, and it works for you, and you work it, and it's awesome. And when you come on stage, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit back and enjoy myself because I know Soap's gonna rock the house. Excellent work.
Sweet. All right.